Good morning, everyone. I'm doing a second take on this video. My first one was all over scatterbrained. I'm sure this one will go the same way. But made that video before reading, sipping on my coffee, and kind of taking a breath. And I have since read a little bit, journaled a little bit, ate my yogurt, had my coffee from one of my favorite mugs, and I'm back again. I knew my last video was all over the place, so I just kind of wanted to reset. So we're on a little staycation at the house, but doing some day trips. We were trying to plan a little 4-day vacation. This summer's kind of been a little crazy. The kids they have the older two have their own job. My youngest one is involved in soccer, so we've been running around with that. So we're always busy, always doing stuff. So it's been hard to kind of lock away a good vacation. So we're doing a staycation. Yesterday we ended up going to a local water park. I think it's still called Six Flags Hurricane Harbor, but it's Hurricane Harbor in Jersey here. Spent the day, in the wave pools doing the water slide things. I ended up frying the bottom of my feet, so I have blisters on the bottom of my feet, which is a great thing. There's always something, right? Anyway, so I have that going on, and I am trying to get my mind together. I was reading this Eating Mindfully book, and it has a lot of these little. I've like kind of got mid-book, and it has these little like subtopics, and the two topics I read today were sit still with your pain, and the other one is live in the now. And it's pretty just it makes you think about how you deal with things and cope with things. The book, even though it's a eating mindfully thing, I think it just deals with your overall kind of how you process things. And I know that I'm somebody who eats more when I'm stressed. So I know I'm aware of that. So I guess I just have to work on the stressors to keep the food from kind of flying in my face. But I'm doing pretty well diet-wise. I have not really lost. I've been kind of on this just even stay the same. I'm just happy I'm not going up. My body is still, I think, coming off of what's left in my system of the Zepbound, the GLP-1 agonist junk that made me miserable, sick, have no energy. I feel so much better being off of that medication. It's so much better. And I'm doing things and putting things in place that I should have probably been doing while I was taking the medication, because it probably would have been even more effective, but I never did that. I kind of just took the medicine and did my day, and I lost a bunch of weight, which I'm happy for, or happy about, but like I said, I was miserable, so I had to stop it. I wasn't really living the way I wanted to live. I kept wanting to be active and do things, and I just never had the energy or the desire when I was on that medicine. I was always just fighting being nauseous and just fatigued, and I had no drive. It just wasn't for me. I needed to come off. So coming off, starting this whole thing with reading every day and waking up. It's 7:30 now. I woke up at 6. My alarm went off at 6. I think I rolled out of bed probably 6:15, made my cup of coffee, ate my yogurt, and made that first video that was junk for 15 minutes, and then I wrote in the journal. And this has like little exercises, and it just had you, it says just be present. So I kind of just had to sit here and be present and take in the fact that I'm sitting here next to my pool, getting little moments of kind of pool chlorine smell up my nose, and just having birds, some sort of cricket kind of chirping, the hum of the pool filter, and kind of nothing else going on. And it's just kind of awesome to just have kind of a peace. There's nothing going on. Nobody I have to interact with but myself, and I could be with my mind and my thought and write some stuff down. And it's just something that I feel like I need. But everything's going pretty well. I'm just trying to get through life. Just trying to get myself organized, and my brain is firing all over the place. It's pretty crazy. Like I just get pulled in 8,000 different directions. Probably because I want to say so much and I just haven't organized my thought process. But continuing this, I'm going to continue this weekend. Our staycation is basically till Monday. I think more until Sunday. So today we're going to do some stuff. I think we were going to go to the beach. I don't know how well I'll do at the beach. I kind of fried my feet yesterday walking around at the water park. I got blisters on the bottom of my feet because I was walking around without any shoes, and the pavement was hot, and I think I scorched the bottom of my feet. So bottom of my foot is miserable. It's hard to walk on. And it's gonna make for a excellent like running video. I'm gonna be gimpy if I ever go do a run. But we're gonna do the whole family thing for the weekend, and kind of move on from there. I did at the bookstore pick up 2 books yesterday. Well, one book / magazine I got at the bookstore yesterday, which is a Men's Health, Men's Fitness, one of those. It's a 12-week gaining muscle over age 40 plan type book. So I'm going through that. I'm gonna kind of use that. It has the thing that's nice about it is it has set workouts for the 12 weeks. I think what I was looking at is it has a set that you do week 1. So it's like upper, lower. It's a 4-day-a-week workout, muscle building kind of regimen. So you do the exercises prescribed for the 4 days of the week, and you do that for week 1 and 2, like that particular set of exercises each day. And then week 3 and 4 are another group of exercises, and they have it blocked. So you got your first 4 weeks, and then you have your middle 4 weeks, which is another set, and then you have your final 4 weeks for your whole 12 weeks. I'm reading through that. I'll do a video exactly on what I'm doing with that. But I figure that gives me a little bit more of a structure on what I'm doing when I go to the gym. The Body for Life has a structure because I was kind of following that principle. But I just saw this when I was in the bookstore, and I liked like kind of what it looked like, and it's a little bit fresh and new, and then it also gives me a little bit more picture, a little bit better of a picture of what I want to do each day. So I grabbed that, and then after I was there, I was looking at some other books in the bookstore, and I found this book called here it is. I'm using it as a camera stand. We Can Do Hard Things. Answers to Life's 20 Questions. So I was reading through that. The first couple of pages is like kind of a little. It's written in the form of a letter of like how like what was going on when they were writing the book, and how they had a little bit of a hiccup at one point and stopped writing the book and then continued to write the book. And it looked really interesting. The chapter by chapter topics look really kind of just up my alley, with some things that I just want to ponder. Chapter 1, why am I like this? Chapter 2, who am I really? Chapter 3, how do I know when I've lost myself? So like, these are all really just, when I'm reading through, like, these are kind of things that I feel like spin around in my head. So it's almost like a little survival guide. That's what from the reviews I was reading, that's what people were saying, and kind of how it's written. And I guess, honestly, the topics are based off of they have a podcast with the same name. So it's Glennon Doyle, Abby Wambach, the soccer star, and Amanda Doyle are, I guess, co-authoring the book. And I guess they all do the podcast. So I saw the book in the bookstore, didn't end up buying it at the bookstore because Amazon's price was better. I like to buy the books typically at the bookstore, but there was too much of a price difference that I was like, I'll just order it online. And then I ended up getting it same day delivery for like half the price on Amazon. So I just went that route. But when I read it, I left the bookstore wishing I had just bought the book. But then I read a little bit more reviews. I actually queued up the podcast and listened to the intro about the podcast. The podcast sounds very interesting. And then listening to it for the first time kind of almost got me a little bit of emotional. It just kind of hit something in me. So I'm like, I think I'm into this. So I started the first podcast, but I started it in a piece, like it was like kind of very piecemeal. I like listened to a little bit, paused, came back to it, and I didn't listen to it in a sitting, like a complete, like one set. So I wasn't like engaged like I want to be. So I'm going to redo it. The first one's about anxiety. So far from what I've heard, what I've listened to, it's done really well. So I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to read the book because the topics look really well. And from just reading the first little portion of it, it's written in a way that I am engaged in the book. So I'll go through that, tell you how everything's going. And hopefully I get some little nuggets from that to share. And I think that's it. I'm just going to sit here, relax, enjoy the rest of my coffee, write a little bit more in my journal, and continue on my day. I think my exercise will be a little bit kind of here and there with just doing the family stuff. I'm thinking about just jumping on the bike before the day starts and getting a little ride in with that. But other than that, I know I'm getting a lot of just exercise because we're walking around a lot. I think I did like 15,000 steps yesterday, just at the water park, which is well above what I do in a normal day. I've been trying to make myself do at least 8,000. But yesterday was a pretty high day. I think I did like 12 or 13,000 at the water park, and then we came home, went out to eat as a family, and then we came home and walked the dogs. So I think overall I ended up 15,000 plus steps. So I did a good bit of walking yesterday. Got on the scale this morning, and it's just stuck where it is. I feel like maybe there's something underneath of it not making me, or something weighing me down, keeping the scale high. No, it's fine. I'm okay with staying where I'm at and going down. As long as I'm not going up, I'm going to be at peace with that until my body just does a full reset, and I just have to keep myself in a cycle of improvement and keep working at everything day to day. And I think that's going to just pay off. It may be slow, my body may not kick in or give in to losing any weight for a little bit, but I think it'll all reset and kind of happen. So I'm good with the same. I'm happier when it goes down, and it will eventually. I think the things that I'm putting into place will help that. But that's where I'm at. I hope everybody has a great day, and I will check in again tomorrow, hopefully. I know I missed yesterday also. It's I've been trying to be as consistent as I can. I think when kind of life just starts, the day just starts, and I got to get things done, I kind of get pulled away. And if I don't sit down and just do this, I miss out on it. But I think that's all I got for you guys. I hope some of this is good information. I'm just trying to put myself out there, and hopefully somebody else relates to it. But that's all I got. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.